Okay, I'm back. Thank you so much for your patience, because I actually forgot to press record. So, and let me just turn the volume down. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay, welcome to the Gratitude Rituals opening ceremony. Thank you for being here today. So, I want to begin our 28 days by getting us to set intentions and to really think about what we actually want on a soul level to experience, so that we can open the channels for us to connect with synchronicities, connect with the resources required, because we are conscious and aware of what our soul is guiding us to. So, let me find my thing. Share the screen. And then. So in the course of this hour, I'm going to tell you a short story about how I ended up connecting with gratitude and how it actually changed my life, and why we're going to begin with the Be Do Have intention setting model, and then how we work on 4 different levels to co-create our reality, and the power that we have to actually change our lives and change our directions by choosing to think differently, to transform our emotional being, and to create in alignment with the goals of our souls. So how did I move from being a disempowered projector super slave to living life on my own terms and building a legacy soul destiny business that is sustainable and easy on my energy? And what does Be, Do, or Have to do with it? Because before I hired a coach who asked me 2 questions when I was deep in a dark night of the soul in November 2018, I literally did not believe there was anything out of what I was experiencing in life that was possible for me. I didn't believe I could leave social housing. I didn't believe that I could travel. I mean, I was traveling, but I didn't believe I could just walk away from my career and all of the safety that I had created with that, and actually cultivate a life on my actual own terms. So May 2018, I am extremely burnt out. I'm overworking, I'm undercharging, I'm under earning, I'm attracting narcissistic relationships, both in my professional work and in my private life. I'm completely drained, and I'm driven to prove myself and to create success through pure force. And I didn't know anything about human design, but I knew I was passionate about education. I knew that I was seeing things that I needed to change in a system, but it was driven by a need for recognition that I was right, and to prove that I was worthy. And so I was working 70 to 80 hours a week, taking Adderall from 2015 up until 2018 to the end of this year. And many, many things in my life was just not good. And I was at my lowest point in November 2018. And I literally no longer even loved my job. I succeeded in what I'd set out to do. I wanted to put the school from special measures into good, and I had done that. But I was broken. I was broken in all aspects of my body, like my soul, my heart, everything was just not good. And so I hired this coach who came to my house, and she said to me, she asked me 2 questions. She said, I'd get a piece of paper and write down what in 90 seconds what you want to be, do, and have. And I firstly was so numb to my own needs, or whether anything beyond what I was experiencing was possible. I couldn't even, there was nothing would come through. And she said, just trust me, just do it. So what I did, this was the exact piece of paper, and I wrote what I wanted to be, do, or have in 90 seconds. And everything on that piece of paper came to fruition over that period of 2019 and beyond. So some of the things that I wanted was, I wanted to travel. I wanted to develop positive, fulfilling, meaningful relationships. I wanted to own my own business and have a successful business. I wanted to be present. I wanted to be calm. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to be authentic, because what was happening was I was very incongruent. I had a professional face. I had a private face. I had all of these incongruencies that was causing a lot of energy leakage. And when I came to human design, what I found was that this is not a chart to be working 70 or 80 hours a week. This open will center was the root cause of a lot of the conditioning around unworthiness, overworking, overcommitting, undercharging. This sacral, not knowing when enough is enough, but also this sun in 54 being super driven, and you can see it's my life work here. Ascension is the Siddhic energy there, and if you see, or you can't see here, but in my gene keys, my part of my awakening, activation, and genius is awakening. So my vocation is 40, which is all about in the shadow. The lesson that I'm here to learn is to live in flow and move out of giving to depletion. And that's what happened. The moment that I wrote down what I wanted to be, do, and have from my soul and not my mind, the whole universe conspired to make it happen. The resources I needed came. I wandered the earth without a penny in my pocket. Money would come, housing would come, and I've lived a very magical life because I've been following my destiny path. And that is what I want to begin quite an alchemical and magical process with you guys today, because I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to share. So why do I talk about grace and gratitude? So what happened was November, burnt out, dark night of the soul. December the 26th, I was in Thailand. And that's when my journey to healing began. That is when my intuition opened up. That's when I started working with energy. That's when I began to work on my 4 bodies, my conscious mind, my subconscious mind, my emotional frequency, my dealing with the past, looking at myself, dealing with my shadow, and working on my physical body. And that was one of the things that I wanted to do. And so the magnetic monopole, we all are attracting experiences in our lives that are here to awaken us to the truest potential of love and all that we desire and deserve on a soul level. So the lessons that you're facing, whether that's poverty, whether that's a lack of self-love, whether that's overwork, a generator conditioning, these are for you to actually learn and overcome. And the first step to doing that is having the awareness to say, I desire something different for myself, and I need to tune in to what I desire. What does my soul want? Because when you have the courage to follow that path, you will find everything that you require is there. And the thing is, we have the choice. We have the choice to start changing our mindset, to move from feeling, looking at negativity and looking at why things are not possible and why you're not able to make a change, to writing your own story. When I was in Thailand, I first came across Abraham Hicks. And that's, apart from the fact that I've been intuitively guided to lead gratitude in the school, what I found was I really resonated with tuning into appreciation and reprogramming my subconscious mind. And over that period of time, of over the last 4 years, rewiring myself to believe and create new assumptions about how I want to be, has allowed me to live that life. Okay, so this is what we all have, the gates, even if they're not defined in your chart. You have the ability to connect with source and trust spirit, to look after your body, to choose, to focus on where you're loving yourself or not loving yourself enough, and to change your patterns and behaviors so that you can become authentically congruent with your wholeness and your power. And when we start tapping into those internal reservoirs by clearing and healing, releasing and reconditioning, we start to create a different outer reality. So projector magic happens when we align our energy and live as our unique selves. So when we use the chart to expand into our truest potential, when we look at our consciousness, when we connect with the goals of our souls and commit to some paradigm shifts, such as understanding that the external world is shaped by our internal world. To what extent, in the comments, 1 being the least, 10 being the most, do you believe that your outer world at this point in time creates your external reality? Because one of the questions that I began to ask myself is, what would I have to believe for this to be my reality? When I had an abusive partner in my house, I had to really go within and say, what would I have to believe for this to be my reality? And that's when I learned about trauma bonds. And that's when I began to shift in a major way and create real difference in my own life, because I began to turn inwards and look at what was driving patterns, behaviors, and beliefs that would allow myself to create situations that weren't ideal. So I talk a lot about frequency first living, because I know that as soon as we clear and begin to work with our shadow and begin to work with our unconscious and begin to decondition, everything changes. So what I call, this used to be Mindset Alchemy, but I call it the energetic alignment system, is really mastery. And it's meditation, asking questions, so it's self-inquiry, setting intentions, which is what we're going to do in a minute, telling the truth. So where am I being inconsistent? Where am I not honoring my actual truth? Where am I not being honest with myself? And how do I change that? And that can show up as codependent patterns in your business. It can show up as staying too long in business models and ideas that, client relationships that are not serving you. It can show up as undercharging. And, it doesn't have to be like that. Emotional responses use this intelligence. Respond, not react. So how do we get centered enough to begin to start responding to life and to others and not reacting unconsciously? And what do I want to say yes to? So this is really what I did over 4 years that has then become part of the practice in all aspects of my work, whatever I seem to be working with. It comes back to mastery. When we stay in a place of connection and we keep our channels of creativity open, i.e., looking at what's possible, setting intentions, changing our frequency by doing the work, we actually have the ability to consciously access the answers to our challenges. What I say about the open centers, and I learned this from Robin Wynn, and I really like the phrase, is that they are our God portals. So as we evolve and we work to elevate our consciousness, we are no longer at the mercy of our open centers, but we actually get to use them to become points of power. And they become where we learn and overcome the obstacles and the challenges and the lessons. We get to share those and guide others. And this is part of my process right now. I have moved from a really dark place to being able to be optimistic, to feel light and whole in my soul, and to be able to be grateful and tune into gratitude daily, just as a natural way of being. And because of that, many good things happen for me. So, hang on. I'm going to talk very briefly about, hang on. I'm doing this because I'm going to lead us into the meditation, so I don't want to be distracting, but share the screen. I want to talk briefly about why we need to actually work with the 4 layers of consciousness to co-create our reality. So whether you like it or not, you are in control of your reality. Your thoughts create your feelings, which then create how you think, which then create or dictate your decisions, and then your decisions create your life. But what happens is we get ourselves in these loops where we start thinking something that creates our feeling, and our feeling creates our reality. So we then try and change our thinking. So we start using affirmations, you start setting goals. So you might want to set a goal. I want to be a millionaire. I want to have 10 clients sign up to my thing. But you don't change your feelings. So if you are feeling nervous, you're going to start thinking nervous thoughts and making nervous decisions. So even if you change your thinking, so this is why affirmations is only one part of rewiring your neural pathways and why we need to go to the body. You've still got these feelings because your cells become addicted to certain feelings. If we have for 10, 20 or 30 years been feeding ourselves with feelings of fear or doubt or not feeling safe, and this is all root chakra work that we do a lot of in Pathway to Prosperity, we actually deal with working heavily with the body and the emotions and releasing on energetic levels with the tools to get clear so that you are free to co-create and actually vibrate on a frequency that allows you to be open and receptive to what you're calling in, to be confident, to feel powerful, to feel connected, to feel trust, to feel trust and secure in life, to have the faith to make illogical decisions that your intuition guides you to do, and to find yourself to be centered so that when you're doing these things, you're able to make things happen. So affirmations won't work, goal setting won't work until we change the way that we feel. And this is what this meditation is going to be about. Some people say that they can't visualize or don't know how to create a feeling in their body. So let's do an exercise before we begin. I want you to imagine a lemon in your mouth. So bring up the picture of a lemon. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? Imagine a lemon and bring it to your mouth. And now imagine sucking that lemon. And what happens? Put in the comments what is happening right now. Oh. So what's happening is most likely you are producing saliva, because our body doesn't know the difference, or really our brain doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So let's try something else. I want you to think about a memorable moment in your life. This could be the birth of a child, a birthday celebration, your first kiss, or maybe it can be something negative. Maybe it's being broken up with. I want you to think of a memory, and I want you to do that right now. Think of a memory that you just remember that you either love or you don't love. And I want you to notice. As you think about that, you can get a thought, you can get a picture or a movie in your mind, and it's associated with a feeling. The aim of the meditation that we are about to do is to create the way that you want to feel, so that every morning your body gets addicted to the way that you desire to feel, so that it sends signals to your brain, which then creates the thinking that you want to feel, or that you want to think. So if you want to, when you have a goal or an intention, one of the ways that you can actually bypass your subconscious blocks is to rewire your body so that the feeling starts to drive your motivation. So this inner power meditation is designed to reinforce a new belief, a goal, and a new way of being. So I'm going to give you 90 seconds to write down. Oh, before we do that, sorry. I'm going to give you 90 seconds to write down what you want to be, do, and have. When you do this on your own, using the Gratitude Rituals book for setting the intentions, you will see that there are a variety of categories that you can focus on. So you can do each one individually. So you can do finances, you can do personal life, you can do home individually, and you can also do this specifically for your business. So what do I want to be in my business? What do I want to do in my business? What do I want to have? However, for the purposes of this session, I am going to ask you to just write down in 90 seconds, what do you want to be, do, or have? And the alarm starts now. The time starts now. So just let your soul, without thinking, just write down what comes to the top of your head. Okay, so 90 seconds is up. And now for each bullet point that you wrote, for each thing in your be, do, or have column, write down why you want it. Time starts now, you've got 90 seconds. Why do you want it? Okay, and your time is up. So for this inner power meditation, which with the intention of this meditation is to visualize and connect with a specific goal, way of being, or something that you want to have. So it can be a belief, a goal, a way of being that you want to make true for you. It's about tuning in to the feeling of it so that you train your body to feel. In the Pathway to Prosperity, we are going to do lots of different use energy tools to go into the deeper levels of this. But this is a really powerful tool on its own, in its own right. So I want you to choose, again, if you are doing this activity at home on your own from the book, you have more time, even though 90 seconds is great because you actually get the truth of what it is. But like me, I spent a lot of time going deeper and deeper and deeper because it was a catalyst for really connecting back to who I was and what my needs were. And it was a catalyst for a lot of introspection and changing my life. But when I look back, it was actually what I wrote down in 90 seconds that was the truth. So right now, I want you to take one thing that you wrote down. It can be a goal, a new belief, or a new way of being. So let's look at this example. I will be a millionaire. So I want you to write down, I am, whatever it is you've written. I am confident. I am living in a new house. I am the CEO of a successful company, whatever it is that your goal is, or whatever. Okay, so write that down. Step 2 in this process is to write down 3 ways you will feel when this is true, whether the belief, the goal, or a new way of being. So if it's a goal, I am a millionaire, I will feel abundant, happy, successful. If it's to be a new way of feeling, so if you want to feel, if it's about feeling confident, how will I feel when I am feeling confident is, will I feel pride? I will feel in control. I will feel excited. So write down 3 feelings once you have achieved the thing that you have put down. So the final step before we go into the visualization, and you can do this with anything that you're focusing on in life, is to now write down 3 things that you will do differently now that you have achieved this goal. And I will say that this actual process, alongside a few other things that I committed to, was how I actually got my first 5K month in a very short space of time, like in a matter of weeks. And it's because of the focus and the motivation and the alignment. So 3 things you will do differently now you have achieved this goal. So if I am a millionaire, I might live in a beautiful house in the jungle. I might travel wherever I want, whenever I want. I will be an excellent money manager with investments that make money for me, that don't require my energy or exchange for money. If you're watching this on a replay, press pause, take time to do the 3 steps before you enter into the visualization meditation. So you can lie down or you can sit in a straight back chair with your feet planted firmly on the ground. Now that you're ready, I want you to close your eyes, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just relax. Start relaxing from the top of your head all the way down. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and release for 4. Relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax the muscles around your eyes. And as you relax those, bring awareness to your cheeks, your lips, your nose, and relax your whole face. Now relax your shoulders, and with every breath, relax more and more. And just notice, it feels good to relax, doesn't it? As you relax your shoulders, allow your arms to feel heavy. Maybe sway from side to side. Really relax your upper back. Take a big breath in and feel your lungs. Let your belly expand, relax your torso. Relax your whole body so that you're feeling so relaxed. Relax so much that the seat beneath you pushes up and you feel it supporting you as you relax your whole body down into your seat. Relax your thighs. Make sure your hands are nice and relaxed. Nice and comfortable, so that you are feeling more and more relaxed. Allow this energy to move right down until you can relax your toes. Bring awareness to your toes and relax them as well. Take one big breath in and breathe out. I want you to bring up the picture of a descending staircase. A staircase descending down into blackness as you keep breathing through your nose and out through your mouth. I want you to relax even more. And as you take in a bigger step down these stairs, I want you to notice that it feels good to relax. I want you to remember that you are in control. Relax your shoulders, and with every breath, relax more and more. Just notice that it feels good to relax, doesn't it? As you take steps down, I want you to notice that it feels good, and I want you to remember you are in control. I want you to be more relaxed as you step down into darkness. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Listen to my voice and feel relaxed as you go down step 8, step 7, and 6. Keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Have the intention that you're going to relax even more so that you can get yourself into the subconscious place that we can create from. Step down, step 5, step 4, step 3, more steps until you completely relax. What is it that you have to let go of now to feel even more relaxed? As you listen to my voice, let's go deeper still. Down to step 2, and you're doing great, and you're feeling more relaxed. And there are more to go. One more step to go, and we are there. Step 0. I want you to find yourself in a beautiful natural environment, and you can hear running water. There is a stream there. There is a waterfall. And I just want you to feel completely relaxed. As you're there, I want you to bring up the goal or belief that you want to create. And I want you to imagine it playing out in front of you like there is a big outdoor movie, an outdoor movie screen, and you're sitting down in this beautiful meadow. Feel the grass beneath you. The stream is running in the distance. The sun is coming down in the distance perfectly, just warming up. Everything is perfect. There's this big screen in front of you, and on that big screen, I want you to notice that the movie is playing of you. It's you having what it is that you want. I want you to remember the 3 things that will be different about your life. Watch the movie, have the movie of you doing these 3 things. Have you in the movie being that person. Notice how you'll stand. Notice how you're acting. Notice who is with you. Notice that person who is you in the movie as though you are watching something in the past. Like a home movie upon this big projector, there you are, looking up at yourself, and make it perfect. Show yourself how it is going to look when you are that person now. Notice how it will feel. Notice how the person is feeling. Notice what they are saying. Notice everything that is going on in your life now that you have it. Notice how good it feels to watch. Feel the desire or the gratitude or appreciation as you sit and watch this movie in awe. I want you to look at yourself in that movie and say, wow, wouldn't it be cool to live like that? To feel it, to feel that desire, that want to be that person bubble up inside you. As it starts to bubble up inside you, I want you to feel that feeling more and more. Breathe in those feelings. Flood your body with the way that you want to feel. That desire, that need, that goal that you've got to have it. As you see the big movie screen of what you're going to be and what you are doing, you'll know when the desire is there. Because next to you pops up a little remote control. Really feel this connection with this movie. I want you to look down at this remote control. There is one big red button on this control and it says now. Look at the button and wonder, what does now mean? Here's what it means. As soon as you hit that button, you are transported into the movie and you will have that experience of life now. The question is, are you ready to receive it? Are you ready to do it? Are you truly ready to step into that person that you want to be? Are you truly ready to decide that you are that person now? Are you ready to do it? Are you ready to leave the old and get off the grass and go for what you want? If the answer is yes, if the answer there is no other option, if the answer is that you are going to decide that you're going to leave the old you behind, if that's the answer and you can feel yourself wanting it, needing it, and you feel the desire to leave everything behind and go ahead, press that button. As you press that big red button now, zoop, you find yourself in the movie. Seeing through your own eyes the best that you can. Put that smile on your face because you have what you wanted. You are in the movie. Notice how it feels. Notice how it feels to be in this movie. Because it is a movie, you need to go into the emotions that you're acting in the movie. Remember the 3 ways that you said you would feel now that you have what you desire. Tune into those and turn the volume up. Exaggerate these emotions. Exaggerate them more. You've got an audience watching you. They need to believe that you're feeling those emotions. And when you're ready, come into awareness, tap your knee. Rub the palms of your hand. Bring them over your eyes and slowly come into awareness. This visualization is one way that you can activate your inner alchemist, your inner healer, and your inner magician. So it's something that you can do daily to start to shift the feelings that then calibrate those emotions to your heart center, your magnetic monopole, which then starts to draw to you the opportunities, the resources, the experiences that are a match to those feelings. So I am looking forward to the 28 days of applying different practices to awaken us to the many blessings that we have in our lives, so that we can attract more blessings and shift our mindset and see the magic of life. If you're watching on the replay, let me know what your goals are or what your intentions are, if you fancy sharing those. And I'll see you tomorrow. No, I won't. I will not see you tomorrow. I will see you on the 1st of August when we begin.